not only ranked #1 in the CIF Northern Division, but the undefeated Scorpions are 18th in the state according to Max Preps. Ventura pitched a shutout last week, but the Cougars' defense would be a challenge tonight. Cam averages over 45 points per game, and we'll get this party started in the first. Jake Constantine says, "Oh, I see you, Desmond Clancy." He would take off for 34 yards before he gets taken down. A couple plays later, Constantine looking, can't find an open man, so he goes for it himself. Check out the stretch. Now, I thought he was in, but he was just a tad shy of a touchdown. So very next play, they give to Isaiah Otis. Now, he would go in for the first touchdown of the night as Camarillo would take a 7-0 lead. Now, the Cougars looking to get that one back. They would hand it off to Ryan Moran. Now, this would be a nice run before he is taken down by a couple of Scorpions. Now, that would eventually lead to this, a run. Game is working for Ventura, so you know they're going to stick with it. That's Anthony Marin, who tied the game up at 7. Camarillo not having any of that, so still in the first. Constantine hooking up with Ryan Mascarella. Now he would find the wide open spaces and is gone. After that, it was Camarillo all the way. They would go on to beat Ventura 48-7. They're now off to a 5-0 start. Camarillo is off next week, but after that, it's a big one. They will take on St. Bonaventure at Ventura College, and I think I should request this one, right, Mike? Can I call
You got it, Senator.
All right, Ventura has a big game as well next week. They are at Hart.
I say that now.
I know, right?
San Marcos got off the schneid last week. They defeated Wainimi for victory #1. Tonight, the Royals hosting another team from the Pacific View League, Channel Islands. San Marcos busting out some new uniforms against the Raiders, but would they be dressed for success? Crisol Gomez sure was. She is your San Marcos Royals homecoming queen. Congrats, but this isn't say yes to the dress. It's FFF. Let's get some football going. Opening drive of the game, the visiting Raiders with an end around to Fernando Ramiro, and he scoots into the end zone for the first points of the game. Now, on the extra point, they can't get the snap down. Not a problem. Quarterback Tommy Silva is the holder. He runs it in for 2 points, 8-0. Channel Islands, next CI possession. Silva finds Matthew Drake downfield. Your stock is rising, #2. He bounces off a defender. There he goes, 65 yards on the catch and carry. 15-0 Raiders after 1 quarter. Royals cheerleaders trying to get the crowd and team going, but early second quarter, Silva throws up a jump ball, and Frank Ramon comes down with it for the Raiders. That's a sweet grab. 21-0 CI. Late second quarter, San Marcos finally moving the chains. Aaron Magtanong gets the first down before he's brought down hard. Play of the game for San Marcos to Sean Vines. He accounted for 3 touchdowns last week. A terrific fake like he's passing, and see you later. He says it's a Vine time for a TD. 55 yards for the scores. The Royals appear to have some momentum heading into the locker room, but just when the Royals look like they had some life, it's a CI special. Tommy Silva throws it up to Fernando. You look marvelous, Fernando. Fernando Ramiro stays in bounds. He scores with 1.2 seconds left in the half. That made it 27-7. The autumn wind is a Raider. CI wins 46-23. San Marcos is at Nordhoff next week. CI hosts Culver City. CI off to a pretty good season so far.
Well, Rio Mesa put on an offensive show last week in Santa Barbara with 47 points, but the Spartans would have to be even better this week as they would host the Western Division top seed Calabasas. Well, over at Rio Mesa High School, it was a packed house on homecoming night and the 50-year anniversary since the school was open. Look who was out at the stands. That's my mom. Hi, Mom. In white. Well, also in the crowd tonight is former pro baseball player Dimitri Young, who is also an alum. Okay, enough chit-chat. Let's get to the game. In the third, Calabasas up 7-3. The pass to Jonathan Letter Jr. Now he shakes off a couple of defenders and is off to the races. Now check out this. Ready for this, Mike? Bam!
Whoa, did you get hit?
I got hit in the back. Thanks a lot, fellow Spartans, right? Meanwhile, that was an 85-yard touchdown for Leonard to put Rio Mesa up 10-7, but Calabasas wasted no time to answer back. They give to Markel Duzmuke, and he apparently likes to shop at the gap because he was all over that. Then the handoff to Hillman, and that would be a touchdown, this very next play right here. Now, Darnay Holmes was not present in tonight's game, but it was a thriller in the end. Rio Mesa had 4 crucial turnovers that allowed Calabasas to gain another victory. They would win this one 13-10, and they are still undefeated. Rio Mesa is at Buena next week.
John Max, Oxnard Yellow Jackets are trying to extend their winning streak to 4 games. Oxnard hosting the West Branch Wildcats. at the Hive. All West Ranch early on. They're going to get on the board first. Nice touchdown pass from Jackson Clark to Jordan Hunt. And it's the Yellow Jackets' turn with the ball, but tight end Blake Kilgore going to take a huge hit after he catches the ball. Ball pops loose, and West Ranch recovers it. But you know what? Oxnard is going to get a little payback here. Max Vasquez, a little WWF action, gets away with a suplex tackle.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, pile driver, right? West Ranch's drive would stall, so they line up for a field goal. It's a fake. Wyatt Eggett lost it in the end zone.
Oh, nice.
No. Jacob Fernandez picks it off. Ref calls it a touchback. Jackets ball. Oxnard needs a spark. Everybody loves Raymond. Raymond Caldera. Oh, you got this big fella. How you like that stiff arm?
Like
yeah, 56 yards downfield. And a few plays later, it's Caldera walking into the end zone to tie the game up for the Yellow Jackets at 7. West Ranch would come right back. Here's Clark doing a nice job of finding Chad Klinkenbroomer.
It's a nice last name.
Klinkenbroomer knocked out of bounds just in front of the pylon. Clark calls his own number. He's somewhere in that pile up. Finally, the ref signals touchdown. 14-7 West Ranch. Yellow Jackets put together a nice drive with less than 2 minutes remaining in the half. Quarterback Dalton Pagano rolls right, hits Dustin Sanchez. Big gain, just in bounds there. 19 seconds on the clock. Caldera again, and it's a touchdown. 14-all at the half. This game goes back and forth, but it's West Ranch spoiling the Yellow Jackets' homecoming night.
Oh, bueno.
Oxnard loses a tough one, 35-34. The Jackets visit the Shaw next Friday, Crenshaw. Well, good matchup in Ventura tonight as the one-loss Buena Bulldogs hosting the 3-1 Pacifica Tritons. Friday Football Focus reporter Trevor Saffel was at the Dog Pound, and he joins us live with the highlights.
That's right, Mike. Both Pacifica and Buena coming into tonight with some bad taste in their mouth after they both suffered their first loss of the season last week. Both expecting to get right back into the win column tonight. Let's find out which one rolls into the weekend back on track. Hey, Friday night, come for the football, stay for the marching band. They've got some moves, too. Early first quarter, Pacifica threatening to score. They are going to lose some yards here on the fumble, but that just means more yards on the next play. Sandoval airs it out to Alex Hernandez, and he uses all of that 6'2 frame to haul that one in. That sets up this. Thomas Duckett gets the inside handoff, and he walks into the end zone. Pacifica ties the game at 7. The Bulldogs defense really kept them in the game and kept Pacifica's high-powered offense in check for most of the night as the ground game never really got going. But the play of the game for Pacifica is right here. They get the punt block, and that's going to fall into the hands of Adam Velasquez and run like people are chasing you. He takes it in for the score, and Pacifica has their first lead of the night, up 14-7. Buena looking for a big play, and they're going to get it from Connor Sagendorf, who makes the tightrope catch, and Bulldogs are in business. Then it's Martin Mijares dropping back and ripping one into the back of the end zone where Andrew Berga makes the catch on his back to tie the game at 14. These two teams would head into overtime where the Tritons win it on a field goal 17-14. Pacifica moves to 4-1 while Buena will fall to 3-2. Next week, Buena and Pacifica play high-scoring teams. The Bulldogs host Rio Mesa while Pacifica comes to Santa Barbara to battle the Dons. Reporting live in the studio tonight, Trevor Saffel. Back to you, Center A.
All right, thanks, Trevor. Well, St. Bonaventure has won 3 straight games after an opening season loss, which has put the Seraphs back in the top 15 rankings in state. Tonight, St. Bonaventure trying to hand Hart their first loss of the season. This game got crazy late. We'll pick it up in the 4th. Hart down 28-24. Quarterback Nick Moore takes the option and evades a couple of defenders on his way to the end zone. Now, St. Bonnie on the comeback trail. Quarterback Darius Vines is hit as he's throwing, and A.J. Stanley says thank you very much as he takes this one all the way back 70 yards to put Hart up 38-28, with just 5 minutes remaining. But Vines would make up for his mistake. He would fire this pass to Moy, but Rosa in the back of the end zone. Seraphs now down by 3. Now St. Bonnie would get the ball back. Vines would hit Marquise Allen for a big gain, but he pays for it with the big hit. Now a few plays later, it's Vines. Now he can't find anyone open, so he would take this one himself. The Seraphs would lead with just a minute remaining. Now Hart has one last chance on a Hail Mary, but it's none other than, guess who? Darius Vines, who would come down with the interception, sealing the victory. A huge win for the Seraphs, 42-38. St. Bonaventure is off to Bakersfield next Friday to face off Garces Memorial.
So St. Bonaventure, you know, they lost that first game by 2 points to Chaminade, who's having a good season, but now Sarahs are rolling.
Well, I don't know if anybody could have predicted this.
No, I know, because they were supposed to be a little down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But hey, they're the underdogs in this one, right?
Yeah, did you say your cousin?
Velasquez. I'm pretty sure I'm related to a Velasquez, so right on, brother. Well, after the break, we have history from a small school in Ventura County.
Yeah, can't wait to see that story. Plus, Oaks Christian's Michael Pittman was expected to be a star player just like his dad, and he has not disappointed Lions fans. We're going to have a feature story on him next.